motion, so they need to just move a little bit. We've been asking y'all a long time, a lot of suggestions, telling y'all. I remember a time when Quincy was acting dumb, like he couldn't. Can we write a resolution? Oh, the mayor can we? Come on, man. You can do it. Ben told y'all to do it. Excuse been made with Eric. I'll say this again. I've said this for so many months. I'm tired of saying it. But he made a resolution trying to pay $5,000 to every city employee. Some of y'all voted no on that. Most of y'all did. Many different reasons, but at the end, we voted no. Now, 16 million, I'm going to say it again. If you gave land bank, or you want somebody to come in so you can get a land bank 16 million to do some demo. Why you can't do the same that no people stay in and improve their houses? Really simple. Now, Ms. Lewis, you have stated more than one time that you are a part-time councilwoman. We don't need in the second ward a part-time council person with a full-time heart full of hate and hatefulness.
That's right.
We don't need that.
That's right.
Every citizen from the second ward that come up here, you do not know how to address it. And your Facebook game, stop, you stay off Facebook. I'm telling you that as a friend, you're not winning anything. And I've been screenshotting everything you've been saying about me, even though you got me blocked. So, get it together. The people, now let me tell you something about this petition. 99% of the petition is the residents in the second ward. And 1,000 of them don't want you in that seat.
Come on, Pastor.
So whatever happened with that other little 1%, you know, the little technical things that may keep you in that seat, remember, 1,000 registered voters in the second ward don't want you there. So no matter what happened, no matter what the results is, and let me say something about Ms. Biggs, from what Mr. Arthur Wilson said, it's very coincidental. And very coincidental.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
What up, T-Money? I'm about to sit down and be settled. My dumb butt and jumped out the car, and I'm locked out the house and stuff. So we gotta knock this podcast off, then I gotta call Miss Bell to help her bring my key back to me. Whew, I'm almost on the porch. This some bullshit. All right. Oh, shit. Let's get it. All right, how everybody doing out there? Ooh, that was a long walk, man. That seemed like walk getting further and further every day. Ooh. So what's going on, T-Money?
I don't know. Tell me. You tried to tell him.
Yeah. I tried to tell that young lady to stay off Facebook, but she didn't want to listen.
What's up
She
with
still
them? What you find out about them phones getting took?
That cause I was thinking like confiscating phones, like that seemed like they were more like confiscation, looking for evidence, but they can E4 your text messages and stuff. So they have been
their personal phones or the city phones?
I think it's the city phones. Whatever phones they're accused of using during the city council meeting. So if they on their personal phones, I guess they ask for that. If they is accused of being on their city phones, I don't know. I don't know. All
So
I know is
what they hoping to find though? What they ain't just doing it for their health.
I don't know if they're trying to find some kind of conversation um towards the Dennis Pfeiffer situation. Or I don't know if I don't it's so many it's so much corruption going on in that circle that it ain't no telling they might be investigating everything. I have no idea. Just like when they went in Keefe D's house after 30 years and pulled out stuff, I have no idea what they were looking for.
Yeah, Keeper D told on himself though.
Yeah. What she told her herself.
Well, how is that?
Man, what the main thing of all this that's going down, she trying to stop talking about those Harper funds and that money that she got donated to her nonprofit.
Yeah, but
At
she
the
ain't
end,
doing that by herself though.
oh yeah, it's a team. It's a
She
team. It's her, and right now her 5 votes. And see, that's something else that Flint needs to wake up on.
What's that?
Eric Mays ain't stopping the city from moving forward. They got 5 votes to move. They got the 5 votes passed to goddamn give Racer a deal. Think about it. They got 5 votes not to help House of Esther. They got 5 votes not to fund the damn Northside grocery store. What they mean they can't get nothing done because of Mays? That's a fabrication. Because they got 5 votes to do anything they want to do. Just like Miss Green when she got up there and Pfeiffer asked her, well, why do we have 30 million, but you're saying 20? He said, oh, that's how much you're going to have after you get done voting.
Mm.
So yeah, so no, it's just a whole bunch of, and then I don't even know why they playing with this because they got the 5 votes, but I guess there's so much scandal involved that maybe the people will be able to get something when it comes to Harper Farm. I don't know.
Yeah. Let's talk about that grocery store for a minute, man. When the fuck they gonna open that grocery store, man?
I have no idea. All that
People
last I heard that the funding that they needed to continue, they wanted to get some of the Harper funds, and they didn't get 5 votes.
so just because they didn't get the Harper funds, they ain't gonna open the grocery store.
That's what it's looking like, man.
So they
I
was
don't know.
so they was
That's
basically
crazy. That we need to be investigated on that and see what's going on with that. But once again, Terrence,
so they
hot
built
topic,
that grocery store for nothing. Hey, but
hot topic.
when that grocery store when that Pastor Holly church?
It was a church.
Yeah, it was Pastor Holly's church.
It was a church, and then does what about the citizens that paid their $35?
That's what they paid to get in, get shares.
Yeah, and I don't know how many months they paid 35.
Oh, so people actually been giving them money.
Yeah,
That's another damn scandal, man. And look, and then see now it makes sense, right? Cause the dude, Pastor Holly, that's the motherfucker, the dirty motherfucker. I said it, the dirty pastor. He tried to scam my mama for a pension, for a GM pension, man.
man.
Yeah, my mama, not nobody else. My mom, he tried to scam my mama. Um, what was his sidekick name? Oh, I know that lady name when I hear it. It was his secretary. He had her calling everybody and shit. And I had already got wind of him that what he, how dirty he was. And I was just happened to be over at my mama's house one day. I answered the phone, and it was Pastor Holly and that lady, and they was trying to get my mom. My mom almost gave him some money too.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Now it makes sense. That grocery store that used to be Pastor Holly's church. Oh,
Yep.
they not, but that was his property, regardless.
I don't
Yeah.
know if he lost the property when he got in trouble and then they bought it, But some kind of way that it got transferred. The property
But
that
ain't that a hell of a coincidence though? A dirty pastor land, the grocery store is on a dirty pastor's land. This
very
motherfucker's in the Fed.
coincidental.
He is in the feds, man. He in the Fed. It ain't no allegedly or nothing. He in the
He's
feds right
there.
now. Right
He's
now.
there.
Yeah, right now he there. So ain't no allegedly or whatever. This motherfucker was dirty. Now all of a sudden they put a cash cow on that same land that ain't gonna just scamming people out their money, man. That's a hell of a coincidence, man. You know what I mean? But um Snyder punk ass got away with some more bullshit, man. Goddamn the AG fucked up, man. We gotta foot the bill for this motherfucker, man.
Man, I still remember when they came down to the UAW in Flint. Man, that's why I keep saying we follow crybabies and sellouts. That's why I keep saying that. Because when they came
I like it
down,
better with flip floppers. I don't know all
well
that
that's
cry. I
the
don't
well
know.
that's the new game. That's the new game. The floppers. That's a whole nother set of people. That's the floppers. That's the new game. That's the new political game.
But check this out, right? So this the crazy part about what's going on with Snyder. So they saying the judge when they dropped the charges on Snyder and the rest of them of his henchmen, they saying that judge had no jurisdiction or had no
The attorney
uh,
general, some was something
no.
went
They
wrong with
saying
the attorney general.
they saying the judge. I'm going back a little bit. I ain't talking
Okay.
about what just happened. I'm talking about when you remember they dropped the charges last year. Remember
Them
they
okay.
that judge said the reason why the charges was dropped because the other judge or whoever didn't have no jurisdiction to to do
Charge them.
a one man jury, right? So we've been getting locked up a 1,000 years under that same bullshit. But since it's white Rick Snyder, they changed the rules, man. You get what I'm saying? They trying to
Well,
say that that judge didn't have no jurisdiction, no right to indict them motherfuckers. But they can indict Pookie and Ray Ray now. Cause Pookie
Bill.
and Ray Ray them in prison right now
Well, the
because of the same
what I
shit.
don't like about it is that when we had our chance to bring justice for our own self, we dropped the ball. You may not have even known this, but it was a successful recall attempt from Flint residents that never picked up a signature. We actually had got the recall. They did it. They did. I ain't gonna lie. I was just ready to go get signatures. I was just ready to go get signatures. And I was just out there like same goal, different agendas because everybody, we was coming from different walks of life. I'm gonna tell you who the people were, then you understand what I'm saying. We had Leela McGee, we had Arthur Woodson, we had Licia Williams, and we had Quincy Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna take no credit for us not getting no signature because I was like a fly on the wall in the meetings. I have nothing to say because the only thing I wanted to do was think of a strategy to where we could have went out all around the state and got signatures. But we had Quincy Murphy mad at Pastor Bullock out of Detroit, and everybody wanted the attention. But in a situation like that, everybody could have got some attention because everybody could have went out and got 1,000 signatures and talked about it. We needed signatures from all over Michigan, not just the city of Flint. But it was never coordinated. We never tried to work with nobody else because it wasn't going to get done with just Flint residents getting signatures. It wasn't going to get done. So we had to have a statewide attempt, but it was no effort in the United States to bring justice for Flint and the state of Michigan because Flint ain't the only city that he done dogged out. But that was one opportunity that we squandered. And then a couple of years after that, we squandered another one. You know that $267 million that Snyder misappropriated by giving 50,000 to Lansing YMCA. Had so many spots that you would just have dollar signs. You don't know where it went to, blacked out. Eric Mays has subpoenaed him for that. And
What
instead of the
happened with the
city,
subpoena?
man, the city, did you see the city council meeting? I'm gonna give you an example. That's why I call us crybabies. I'm gonna give you a prime example. Did you see the council meeting when Adele was throwing her hands up in the air, having a pissy fit, talking about ain't nobody coming to her defense when Pfeiffer called, and he didn't call her a monkey, but she said Pfeiffer called her a monkey. And Eric said, point of information. Did you see that look on Liddell's face, how she didn't acknowledge nothing Eric said when Eric said, didn't you hear me say point of information to Pfeiffer, and asking him did he mean to say elephant in the room? And then the warning that Eric received for not being, and that was the most germane Eric Mays has ever been. I'm not gonna lie. Some of them times when they be accusing him of not being germane, I scratch my head wondering, did he right or they right? But on that one right there, it was 1,000%. He was 2,050, all whatever you want to put in. He was on point and very, very, very germane. Couldn't been no more germane. But yet you had Julie Presley trying to give him a warning, saying he wasn't germane. So you got that same kind of attitude from everybody, even people that call themselves raising voices saying they for the people. They didn't stand up and make sure. And I'm not lying because it didn't happen. If I was lying, it would have happened.
Hey, so they tried to bring the charges back up, right, on Rick Snyder.
We
That's what.
can bring the charges back
No,
up.
no, I'm saying I'm reading here. It says, um,
So Supreme Court.
all this shit that just happened. Yeah, it came on the eve of them trying to appeal the dismissal of the attempt to bring back the criminal charges related to Flint water crisis against Snyder. So this really it's some they should pull a rabbit out their ass.
And it's another late and another cry.
Another
We should have been
distraction.
hounding and fighting and demanding justice for years now. We shouldn't have been going through all of this, and all of a sudden they ready to slap us in the face. Now we're ready to cry. No, man, I'm
They
tired of that.
they said the state just spent $55 million on these prosecutions, man, for this water crisis shit. $55 million, and Flint water still ain't fixed. Come on, man. That's some
And we ain't
bullshit.
got the kind of leadership that don't want to go down there and tear up the state rep floor and demand that they do something. We don't want to go down there and tear up the Senate floor and demand that they come and make us whole.
Man,
Yet when
55
it's
million,
election
man.
time, you got people that done us wrong, kicked us all around, coming around here taking pictures with folks like they heroes.
Yep. Photo ops. You know what I'm saying? Really
They
Flint.
wouldn't take no pictures with me because I'd be like, hey man, look, dog, I need 33 million. Y'all got 8 billion in y'all general fund. Man, Flint needs 33 million of that. Break us off. Let's get it. They don't want me to
Man,
have a voice because I'm gonna be like, man, come on,
listen,
man.
man. We
Let's
need
get out here and demand that these people treat us right. And Terrence, what I'm working on now, when I break this out, it's gonna blow your mind. What I'm working on now is gonna blow your mind. When I bring this to the forefront, and the only reason why I'm not bringing it to the forefront now is because when I call certain people and I ask them about tiny houses, I look up, next thing you know, somebody talking about tiny houses, but they really don't know what they're talking about. They really don't have as much information as I had on them, but it is what it is.
well
And then
tell us about the mini houses, man. We were just talking about that today, man. Tell us about the mini houses, man.
they're a disgrace.
Damn. What you mean, Rick?
Terrence, what you want to live in? You want to live in a tiny house or you want to live in a house?
I want to live in a motherfucking mansion, nigga.
Man, they putting them veterans, they talking about help the veterans. The hell you call yourself helping the veterans for throwing them in a tiny
But
house?
is it smaller than
Reward the veterans and give them a home.
is it smaller than an apartment?
Man, it's a clubhouse.
Oh hell! Oh, you like it's a shack you keep your lawnmowers and rakes and shovels in, huh? In the
Thank
backyard.
you. A shack
Oh,
with electricity.
wow. Seriously?
Degrading.
Who in charge of that
They're
shit?
gonna put homeless people in there and they're gonna put veterans in
Rick,
there. And you
Rick,
got people that live in 4 or 5, 6 bedroom houses talking about helping them. Man, get on with
who
that.
who in
Put
charge of that, man?
hold on, Tammy. Let me say this, and then I'm gonna be quiet. All of these apartments that they're building, put the homeless in them.
Right.
Put some houses down, and the people that y'all was gonna have paying rent in those apartments for the rest of
Oh,
their life, give them a house and let them pay for
oh,
and let them pay their taxes.
I got something better than that. They moved everybody out the terrace. Shit, give them one of them apartments out there rent free. Shit, that shit ain't that bad out there.
Yeah,
It's better than living in the shack. You know what I
man,
mean?
you got people. Man, you got people that's for that. You really got people that's, and then these are not people that will be living in these houses. These are other people. These are other people that's living in these that they ain't living. Listen,
So
Catholic
hey, look.
Charity has.
So
Hold
who
on,
built? So who building these houses? I'm trying
Catholic
to make a point.
Charity,
Huh?
Catholic Charity in the third ward.
Catholic
See,
charities.
those houses that people were talking about, those are demo houses, and they're in the fifth ward over there by the Catholic Charity spot. That is not going to be a neighborhood there. Those are just two houses that people can look and
Hold on.
see and all that other
You
crazy
say
stuff.
you say Catholic charities did that shit?
Catholic Charities, yes. And Catholic Charity,
Dummy. You big dummy. You big dummy. You big dummy. You big cold-blooded dummy. You big dummy. See what you did? Oh no, you big dummy. Oh no, you big dummy. You dummy.
Catholic
yeah,
charities, my big dummy of the goddamn night. If they
yeah.
put the people in them little ass shacks and shit, what type of shit is
And
that, man?
they also own property that they could build tiny homes on in the 7th ward, but the residents in the 7th ward don't want them. They ain't
So
even asked the people in the 3rd ward what they wanted.
so basically they gonna turn Flint into some type
Mm,
of concentration camp or some shit like that, right? I'm just saying,
Terrence,
man.
Terrence, they're
Well,
not moving the best of residents. They're not asking for the best of mentality when you're throwing people in a box. And let me tell y'all something else about that box. It costs the same amount as to put a house there. The same amount. And I don't know, I got to look in more. But the national rules, from what I read, you can't even put those tiny homes in the ground.
so they gotta be
And
on
they
top
can't,
of the they gotta
yeah,
sit on top of the foundation.
you just gotta set them on top of the land.
So they can't have no basement.
No, they can't have no nothing. They can't be embedded. But a house can be embedded.
Man, listen.
And a house costs just as much as a tiny home.
See, that let you know right there. They trying to keep us in poverty, man. They trying to keep us in poverty, man. We already, average person in Flint, Michigan is living below the poverty line, and that right there, it just goes to show you, man, that they trying to put us all in concentration camps and shit. They already fucked our water up, man. You know what I mean? It don't make sense, man. We going 10 years into this water crisis, bro.
Yep.
And You know, they got money for wars. You know, they got money. They got money to send over to Ukraine. They got money. They got some money. They some fresh money. They finna send over to Israel. Meanwhile, you got places like Skid Row in L.A. with the homeless, cash corridors in Detroit, Michigan. You got fucking Flint, Michigan with poisonous water. Like we a third world country, man. We don't
Don't care.
deserve that shit, man. We don't deserve that shit, man. You
Don't
know what I
care.
mean? We
Bottom
don't
line.
we don't deserve that shit, man. We know what I'm saying? We settle for a fucky ass bottle of water. We settle for a water crisis, crime lawsuit that we never gonna see. We let them take our ARPA funds. What else we do? Uh, 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 man, I don't know. They might as well put a dress. They put a dress on us, some lipstick, and tell us to bend over. They might as well, man. I mean, seriously.
Woo!
They take every man, look, every man in Flint, put a dress on him
Man,
and put some lipstick on him and one of them big ass lady church hats and tell them to bend over.
man.
I mean, I don't see it no other way, man. I don't, man. Serious.
Man, I don't
You
mean to
laughing,
laugh,
man.
bro.
You laughing, but I'm dead serious,
That you
man.
dead at and you won't point to. That's what makes it so sad.
Hey, look, they robbed us about a gun, bro. You know what I'm saying?
We giving it. We giving up, man. We got so many. We gotta get a we gotta think of some kind of way to get these folks riled up, man. We ain't got we like real talk. I know our ancestors are rolling in their graves now, wishing that they had these social media tools that this generation is misusing. Could you just imagine if Martin Luther King had these social media tools?
That's who turned over his grave, MLK.
We
Yeah.
are using these social media tools to further the devastation done to our people. We
Hey,
are killing the future.
yeah, social media is a gift and a curse, man.
It's a serious curse, as Liddell Lewis.
It's a gift and a curse. It can help you and it can hurt you. So you know what I mean? Um Rick Snyder, meanwhile, Rick Snyder gonna ride off into the sunset and we
Right
gotta
off
foot
into
his
the sunset.
and then we gotta foot his bill. We gotta foot it with the taxpayers gotta take
So,
his
so,
bill. And then we still ain't got a fucking then we still got dirty ass water, man. That
so
shit
let
ain't
me
right,
ask you
man.
this question. So all of
What?
this started when Dana Nelson them got in office and they dropped them charges. Did
Yeah,
that
that's
have
when it
anything to do with it? What's going on now?
yeah, when Dana was see
Man,
Dana Nelson fucked up. Some kind of way with her motherfucking LBGT
don't talk
ABCAZ
about my
ass.
girl. I
Fuck
still
that.
like
She
Dana
fucked up.
Nelson, but I gotta find out what they did to her after the election because the person that was running for office, the person that I walked around the Democratic convention with, is not the person that's making these decisions.
Yeah,
Something happened.
she fucked up, man.
Something happened. Something happened. Something happened. And
Yeah,
whatever happened,
check her bank account. That's probably what happened. She probably sold out, man.
man,
They probably bought her. They
she was
they
paid
probably
when she
bought her.
got elected. I
They
think it's
probably
deeper than
bought her,
that,
man.
bro. I think it's deeper than that, bro.
They probably bought it. What you think? What you think, Samuel Lamar? They probably bought her, huh? Yeah, especially the Democrats. See that? I'm glad you said that, bro. People so in love with Democrats, man. If y'all know traditionally, anytime it's a Democrat in office, the gas is higher, your grocery store prices go up, all that type of shit, man. Cause them motherfuckers, Democrats believe in taxation, taxing the fuck out of you, man. And they really some dirty motherfuckers like Malcolm X said, the liberals is the worst thing ever made on the northern hemisphere. They like the fox in the wood. They walk up to you smiling, you put your hand on, they bite you. See the Republicans, man, you already know off rip. them motherfuckers don't like you. They prejudiced fuck, but they great businessmen. That's why
Man,
Trump was such a
they
they
like business.
yeah, they
They
take care
like
of business.
business.
They want money.
They
They want
don't
the
believe it
economy.
like,
They want the economy to be stimulated, man. See,
man.
Democrats want the economy to to struggle so they can tell you what they want to tell you. Democrats, see, originally black people was Republicans, man. You know, Lincoln was a Republican, right? With the motherfucker that so-called freed the slaves. So traditionally, what happened was, man, when the civil rights movement in the '60s, that's when black people ran to that Democrat shit because of JFK. You know what I'm saying? But these ain't the same Democrats, man. They only Democrats by name only, man.
We are in trouble. We don't have to listen.
You know what I mean?
When my cousin Sokita Nolan died, at his funeral, Sheriff Wilson came there, and I don't know what he was talking about because I probably was just born, maybe 2 or 3 years old when what he was talking about was going down happened. But he said that my cousin and them was finna to tear the city up, like riot type shit.
Uh-huh.
And he called my cousin and told him I don't know what the problem was. If you ask Reverend Theo K or some of them other people that was followers back then, some of them other ones that was here that were followers back then, that I'm talking about the days with Reverend Rob, Pastor Floyd, and all of them was running around here doing what they did, but also looking out for the community. See, that's what's missing now. People are still corrupt, but they're not doing nothing for nobody.
Yeah.
Them folks had love for the kids. These folks don't have love for nobody.
See, but Reverend Floyd, they was a different type of corrupt. They was just in the streets. They wasn't fucking over nobody. You know, man. You got these motherfucking pastors now. They using the churches to follow the money, man.
Man, they looking for grants. They go into churches to get grants and all. Man, Floyd no one trying to get grants and all.
Floyd was getting money. Floyd was getting money in the streets.
Man, you will go to these pastors with an idea, and they will help you put it on. Nowadays, these pastors stealing your ideals. You know, you have all these workshops where people want you to come up and tell them your ideals, and then you look up, one of their friends got a grant money to do exactly what you put down on that piece of paper.
Yep. Exactly. That's exactly what's going on, man. But it's a lot of corruption going on downtown.
And for years of corruption,
man. It's corruption period throughout the I guess you would say the administration. Just everything downtown is corrupt, man. Everything, man. Everything. You can't leave nothing out or nobody out. You got voter fraud. You got motherfuckers getting bought. You got motherfuckers tap dance. You got motherfuckers cooning. You got motherfuckers house Negroes. You know what I'm saying? Selling the field Negroes out. All that shit, man. Man, then it's a predominantly black city at that. Then we got a supposedly black mayor, and we got a black chief of police, and we got predominantly black city council. So how the fuck is this shit even possible, man? You know what I mean?
Selfishness.
How is this shit even possible? Because everybody on different agendas, bro. That's why.
No way else.
Everybody got their different agenda.
And they don't have none. They don't have the people. What's best? If they all had what's best for the people in common, they could do something for the people and still be corrupt. Terrence, they could have zero balance our water accounts. They hadn't spent $1 when I brought up. But see, is people say I'm bitter. I'm this. I'm that. I'm mad. I'm frustrated because y'all doing what y'all did when I'm out here trying to talk about zero, and it is factual. The water account of all residents in Flint could have been zero balance. You
Right.
had no support. You had people at city council talking about call a number that they had to call every Wednesday, I think, and they had to get the phone answered between 8:15 and 8:30. If the clock struck 8:30 and they ain't answer your call, they're not answering it. And that's a Genesee County phone helpline.
What
It's
that was
so
for?
it's man, I'm trying to tell you, I had a councilwoman that telling people that was supporting the effort, trying to help me, notify the residents. Tell him that Rich Jones don't know what he's talking about.
Ain't no way in the world we should be paying a water bill, man. In this
Terrence,
raggedy ass,
Terrence,
nasty ass, infested ass city, man. Ain't nowhere in the world, man. And it did just to see this is the crazy part about it, man. When I be looking back on all this, old videos and stuff we did for the people, and the shit is really sad, man, because you gotta think of shit like this, right? Like I ain't saying that we better than America is better than a third. I'm better just say Africa. You expect the continent of Africa, even though it's one of the richest continents because of the gold and diamonds, but the people get treated like shit. They got gorillas over there, and I'm talking about military gorillas. I ain't talking about animal gorillas. They got,
I know exactly what you're
you
talking
know what I'm
about.
saying. You know what I'm saying. They got militants and all that shit, and that's a third world country. And then I can understand them having fucked up water over there. You know what I'm saying? But Flint, Michigan don't deserve third world problems. I mean, you could pull up to Red Lobster or Sagano's or whatever in this motherfucker. We're not a third world country, so we shouldn't have them problems, man. And really,
Man, it's
motherfuckers, I don't understand how motherfuckers even just we took this shit for too long, man. I
Terrence.
mean, I bet you if Detroit, what this would have happened in Detroit, they would have told that motherfucker up. Bet you. I'm
Terrence.
not promoting violence or none of that. I ain't don't get it wrong. But come on, man. If you don't stand for nothing, you fall for anything, man.
We done fell for everything. What you mean? We done fell for shoot
Hey,
our
hey,
leaders, man,
we
our
fell.
leaders was falling as they was leading us. Hell.
You say we done fell for it all.
Man, listen, our leaders was laying on their backs when they were telling us to come on. Let's just keep it real, man. When have you ever heard somebody talking about let's do something before they do something? You ain't heard that. All you hear is cry. They did this. They did that. They did this. You don't never hear nobody say like, man, let's get together before this happened. That's talk. Like the tiny home. I ain't gonna say nothing about the tiny homes. They're gonna run up on city council meeting. One day it's gonna be on the agenda. All 5 of the city council people gonna show up. They're gonna vote for them tiny houses. Then they're gonna have an episode and they're gonna break the quorum and everything. But they ain't gonna break the quorum until they get them 5 votes to get them tiny houses up.
Man, fuck them tiny houses, man.
Without getting no response from the 3rd Ward resident.
Fuck that concentration camp ass shit, man. They already controlling us through the water. Now they finna put us all in tiny houses and shit.
No, they
These
just finna put
motherfuckers-
the homeless and the veterans in tiny homes, and they finna put everybody else in apartments.
I mean, sounds good.
It's terrible. I'll put it like this. All of the people that want them tiny homes, y'all leave y'all houses and move in a tiny home. After y'all live in a tiny home for a year, then talk about putting some veterans in them.
Right.
I ain't trying to hear what the veterans want or none of that.
Right. Right.
If y'all want them tiny homes up, build the tiny homes, move out of your nice homes into the tiny homes, stay there for a year, and then tell people to homeless to move in there. But in the meantime, put the homeless in an apartment.
Right.
Build some houses where you're putting these tiny houses at and put some families in them.
Right. Right.
Build some houses and put 3 homeless people in and give each one of them their own bedroom.
Yeah, sound good, bro.
No, I mean it sounds better than a tiny home, but they're gonna make the tiny home seem so good. Man, dog, it's terrible. Only thing good for a tiny home is you put it in your backyard and let your kids play in it till it's time for them to come in and go to bed.
Right, a playhouse. Man, hey man, what you think about um the ethics and accountability board, man? What you think about them, man?
I think that I need to spend more time on there. I need to find out what's going on, and I need to attend some more meetings.
This what's going on.
Um,
Hold on.
Decisions, and people at this table got to accept it.
Go ahead. I'm gonna show you
but
what's
for
going on
what?
after you get through. Go ahead.
All right, but for what I'm seeing is another branch of cover up. So you can go ahead and show the video.
I'm seeing a clown show part 2.
Decisions, and people at this table got to accept it. Everybody at this table got a right to review the evidence. See, this, you're talking about we're conducting ourselves like city council, and you're right, because now it sounds like people trying to cut in the dark. This is supposed to be a transparent board. Now you want to tell us, watch what you say, because people's careers is on the line. But when you sign up to be a public official and you do certain things, people are going to pass judgment because you're a public servant. Then you went into people signed up to be here, and if they don't want to be here and all this, like you're our supervisor. You're one person on this board, just like us. We were all appointed by somebody. I don't recall anybody having the right to give us a person, it sounded like an open invitation to leave if we don't want to accept what you're trying to lay down, is what it sounds like to me. And you also said vote on stuff this week, and if we get it wrong, and you know, look, it's not okay if we get it wrong. Either we going by the charter or we're not. And we can't just always want to come down on city council, but then when it's time to address other issues, people want you to be quiet and watch what you say and all this. I don't see nobody watching what they say when we're judging city council. And if we're in this meeting and it was done openly and on film, to have the chairman tell people at this table they can't review the evidence, stopping this board from reviewing the evidence. Yes, we are like city council, because it sounds like some people have certain things that they're trying to hide for other people and all this. Let's put it out here for everybody, whether it's city council, a regular citizen, the administrator. You're right, people are watching us, and they know when we full of. Now, if we don't want to address the issues, say that. You're right. I'm with Miss Dancer. If I got to go along with what somebody's came up with on the side, would have documented support, and we can't go back and review the support and evidence after they've made a decision, then we got a serious problem on this board. And I agree with Ms. Dancer. I'm not going to sit up here and not say nothing.
And it's probably
She don't play, do she, Rick?
and it's probably her and Miss Dansler against everybody else at that table.
I don't know, man. To me, so what is the purpose of ethics and accountability? What is their title?
To get in Eric's ass when he mess up. Until Eric do something to where they want to call and straighten him out and stuff, they ain't gonna do right.
So what they like?
You already heard what she said. They don't even want. How is they gonna hold somebody accountable when they won't even let them see what's going on, so they have a reason to hold them accountable? What's going on with that?
Right.
Once again, the problem is people think that they are elected to be dictators. Prime example, when we had everybody in city council talking about use the water funds, pay attention to those forms that we filled out with Eric Mays, and the city council answered them with, just because we don't see eye to eye. Like, just because y'all want us to do something, middle finger to y'all, we're going to do what we want to do. Like Julie Presley told the people, where y'all going to get the money from? We done already spent the Harper Fund.
Wow. So they admitted the money gone, huh?
She don't remember she said that, but she sure enough did. I don't remember a lot, but I remember catchphrases like that. Just like I remember Miss Green getting up on that mic talking about answering Pfeiffer, like, oh, that's how much money y'all gonna have when y'all get done. Like she know how they gonna vote. Like they had already talked about this. Just go up there, introduce this, ask the questions or whatever. Then when come time, they gonna give it a 5 vote. She told him, this is how much money is going to be left when y'all get done voting.
So basically, right, that accountability board, man, they really can't. It's like if they try to judge city council, that's like the skillet calling the kettle black. You know what I mean?
I hate to say this. I really hate to say this. But the only 2 people on that board that want justice, I know for a fact, is Carol and maybe Miss Dance. I remember the very first ethnic and accountability meeting when the president and the vice president had met with the mayor. Me and Eric Mays was attending that meeting together. The president said that him and the mayor had a great conversation and the mayor was going to work for him. You know how they give you that great speech, right?
Yeah.
And then he finished his speech up with, he can't fund us because the previous administration shedded all the documents. Eric May said, that's when Miss Brown was in office. Miss Brown, don't you still have those documents in your office? Yeah, I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Right.
So I'm saying, this is what's been going on with the ethnic and accountability meeting from day one.
Okay. I just got up on it. You know what I'm saying? But
so they've been, and then you got to remember, it's another city attorney involved in this. Just like City Attorney Kim keeps saying all that bull stuff that's geeking them to be just acting like they just invincible, like we can do anything.
Hey, this
we can say Eric Mays ain't Jermaine and he Jermaine as ever.
Right.
We can do anything.
Right. Hey, this clip right here sums up. Just like you say, old girl, one of the realest on there. Hold on.
Just a portion of this. And leave that part out. I don't know if we're going to be a fair and partial board. I noticed that we're so quick to point out the city council's behavior. Well, I would think good behavior is for everybody. Also,
she said we quick to point out city council behavior.
Distraction.
We ain't no better.
Distraction, so they don't gotta do their job.
Yep.
All it is a distraction. It's so much distraction going on, man. Man, I just pray. I pray that half of the people that did not vote start voting. I pray that half of the people that don't know what's going on find out what's going on. Only way we're going to change the way this city is going down is that we damn near got to go door to door and wake up the people. Because I'm going door to door now and I'm finding a lot of people don't know what the F is going on in our city. And that's another reason why I get mad, because why use your weight to throw shade on somebody that's trying to wake up the people? Go ahead and shine your light on your people. Let us shine our light on our people. And at the end of the day, that's trying to bring as many people to the light as possible instead of trying to outshine other people. I mean, I'm going to keep it real. During the last election, there was, Darius and them and Jaleel and them, they was doing their Thursday night little Stop the Violence ride. Why did every Thursday they were, whatever, however they was doing it, it was a regular. It was every other Thursday. It was every Thursday, whatever it was. It was the first Thursday of the month, whatever it was. They was on point, and they're still on point. But why did they schedule the same kind of meeting at the same time? Why did somebody do that? To the point to where Darius had to attend 2 functions. This is the kind of city we live in. When Dana Nelson them came, when she sent her people down here to drop the charges, people applauded. When I said, can you, because I done been in courts before, I done seen evidence get dropped, evidence get added and all that. And I was like, how the heck y'all drop all of this? Y'all can't add, subtract? I ain't get it. So I asked them, can y'all guarantee that y'all bring these charges back? And their answer was not yes, but it was people in the front row wearing red shirts, and some of them right now was hollering, we gotta unite, we gotta come together, and all of this other stuff. They said that was a dumb question.
Hey, Samuel Lamar said Ed Taylor was on some bullshit.
Thank you. We had a Harper Fun meeting where he lost it. He lost it. That was that meeting that she talked with, or I don't know if it was a man or a girl or whatever, but that was the meeting at the Dome where Ed came in at. Ed doing his job. Well, see, that's what people don't understand.
Man, that motherfucker was just
people have job Clyde, that he gets up there and tap dance every council meeting. He gets paid to do that. Miss Green, she gets up there and then she'll give you the excuse, well, this was here before me. It's like, so you don't have permission to edit or change? You only hired to push? Your excuse is this was already here when I got here. Once again, was you hired to assist? Was you hired because you had a brain, or was you hired to push? Apparently, you were hired to push.
Yeah, man. But to me, that's another mess. They ain't no better than city council, man. They supposed to be the overseers, man. But what you think about Montez trying to recall Jerry Wilfred Carter for the 3rd time? What you think about that? Shit.
I needed that one. Thank you.
Hold on, man.
That's what I think about
Hold
that.
Hold on.
Facebook family and friends, just giving an update on this recall language that was ruled on today. The ruling only pertained to, or the ruling was ruled on the fact that certain words in the language were not spelled correctly. Like, or not comprehended to. Like abstain. They said that the N kind of looked like an M. But that's the rule. I'm okay with that. So what I did is went back and resubmitted the language again, and within 10 days or so, we'll be right back in court. I'm not giving up on this recall.
Look, you know what? Juantez is obsessed with me, okay? Since 2017, when I ran against him, and I beat him. I won the election.
Hey, I'm gonna start laughing because listen, this is real talk. Juan still got some love in the Fifth Ward. If he's able to get those signatures, if he's able to get his language clear and collect enough signatures, I think Jerry Winfrey Carter gonna beat him in a runoff, but it ain't gonna be no blowout. It's gonna be very interesting. Juan still got some followers, but I don't think he got as many followers. I'll put it like this: I don't think he has as much love in the Fifth Ward as Jerry Winfrey Carter has. But it ain't all about who has the love. It's all about who people go to the polls, because I know I got way more love than everybody that I ran against, but for some reason, my people don't make it to the poll. Like, real talk, I'll be bumping into people today talking about how's the campaign going. Man, that campaign been over 2 years, bro. It's clear you didn't make it to the polls. But I'm being honest and real, man. I'm just being real, man. We got terrible people with a great support system. And we got people like me that's just on the grind. And I'm on the grind because every time I had to stand my ground instead of bow down, I think about Eric Mays. I'll be like, man, these folks didn't listen to Eric Mays for 18 elections. These folks didn't listen to Eric Mays about building a bottled water company, but they built Auto World. Why do I care about people that don't support me, people that try to suppress me? Why do I care about impressing them? Why? It's not worth it. Why do I don't have to be friends with nobody that's not a friend of me. I don't have to follow nobody that when they say we all got to come together, but what they mean is follow me, Rich. They ain't saying we with you, Rich. They're saying follow me, Rich. And because Rich don't follow them, they steal my little conversations and all that, which is all good because things need to get done. And I hope somebody really steal this comment and stand up and fight for these tiny houses not to be built before they build them. But like I said, we'll start arguing and talking about them when they put it all up on the damn council and get ready to vote for it. What did Survivor say? Because I can't see nothing. Eric, a real. Well, I feel like I'm Baby Mays because I'm patting myself on the back because I feel it was a great idea to have our water account zero balance and have our water fund stabilized. I feel that was a great idea. I feel bad because instead of people getting behind that idea, they were talking about, well, what about the people that pay their water bill? I was like, hell, why the water credit? You see, Mayor Neely did it. It was an election when this was going on. How is you running for an election and you ain't trying to tell the people that you willing to help them? Think about that last council meeting, that last council race. Me as a write-in had more plans to get on that council and write resolutions to help the city of Flint than all the other candidates put together. I'm just keeping it real. And it's clear that what I'm saying is true because ain't nobody wrote a resolution to help the people since they've been elected but Eric Mays. So I ain't lying. All of them had a chance to write and then you heard Julie Priestley at the last meeting. If they keep this up, I ain't going to write. You should have been wrote a resolution up. You was one of the main ones telling me I ain't know what I was talking about when I was telling y'all could write a resolution to help the people and spend the Harper funds. That's what it was made for.
Yeah.
Terrence,
So
some people, the excuse that they are giving some people is they are behind on their water bill, so they cannot get any help to repair their roof. Wouldn't have that problem. Some people are losing their homes because they don't have water on.
right. And if the I've been hearing if you owe the water bill and you don't pay your water bill, they taking your house. Is that true?
That's been happening. And then during the pandemic, we was told to stay in our houses. We wasn't told about nothing about building no tiny houses with our money. We wasn't told about funding no Miller Road project because of her. That didn't have nothing to do with the pandemic. People was not able to go to work and not pay their rent.
Right. That's what the opera funds was for. American Rescue
People
Plan.
was going to work and not able to pay their utility. And water is a utility.
Right.
And these folks, and we ain't got the balls to stand up. You know, when I be knocking on doors and I be telling people that I had a rally in front of City Hall, they be like, well, damn, you really didn't get, no, hell no. They tried to ignore. If I went on at 4, somebody went on at 3, somebody went on at 4:30, just smash all angles. We don't care about what's good for the people. Like I said, they threw it all. The same thing that Jaleel and Darius was doing every Thursday. They did it at the same time he did it. They had Darius going to 2 different events.
Right. Hey man, I want to talk about something else before we get off of here.
Yeah, cause I'm cold and I gotta call Miss Bell, tell her bring me my key, man.
Listen, listen, right? Where the fuck is our black leaders, man? Where the fuck is they at in Flint, man? I'm talking about that's what they you know what I mean? That's what they job is, man. You know, like the NAACP and and other organizations like that. Where the fuck is our people at, man? Huh?
Man, I can't answer
You
that
can't
question,
answer
bro.
that? You
I
can't
can't
answer
answer
that?
that question, bro.
I mean, it's a lot of shit they should be involved in. That you know what I mean? That because this is predominantly black city, man. I can see if
All
this is
be
Beverly Hills
the
or something.
the
You know what I
problem of
mean?
it is it ain't enough woke, real, straight for it's I mean it's just like it's people that believe all this dumb crazy stuff that Liddell doing and take off for her. It's people that's against it that's just as brainwashing but in a different fashion. And it's over. The
Man,
end result is it's over.
I'm gonna tell you where it's going on, man. Them motherfuckers, they sellouts, man. They was bought. All they got is titles, man. But they're not active. No black people
Man, they
activities.
probably having Zoom meetings.
Man,
I
they not
heard it. I
active,
heard this
man.
Zoom meetings going on now, talking about what's going on with it. Man, we ain't in no pandemic no more. Y'all need to have a public forum.
Yeah,
Not
man.
sending text messages out to 5 or 6 people. We got a
They ain't
whole city
active.
that need to get involved. That's why we can't get nothing done.
They ain't active, man. Simple as
Man,
that.
they got, and then they probably only having them Zoom meetings to make sure they getting their pay. They probably wouldn't. Some of them people probably wouldn't even be involved in those Zoom meetings if they wasn't getting paid. Now I'm quite sure it's some people that do it for the heart. Because if I was to join the Zoom meetings, I ain't connected. I would be joining from the heart. So it is some people like me that's doing it for their heart. But it's a lot of them that wouldn't be doing nothing if they wasn't getting paid. They only show up when they have an obligation to fulfill. And all you got to do is pay attention to the gap in between their speeches. That's all you
What you
got to
mean?
pay attention to.
What you mean the gap?
Some people you don't hear nothing from for years. And then all of a sudden they pop up and saying something. Then they disappear.
Oh, that mean they got their check. Their check came, huh?
Yeah, that's the
Or they on the payroll.
obligation.
They on the
Some of
payroll.
those people obligations is to make public announcements.
And some of the people obligations to make distractions. Right?
Is that what they grant language entitled them to do? Yeah.
When you say that, yeah, it's a bunch of, you know what I mean? They playing chess, man. They ain't playing checkers.
Man, I
And Flint,
remember.
and Flint, our citizens of Flint, Michigan, we all the pawns.
I remember when remember I told you that they had got recall language approved for Rick Snyder, right?
Yeah.
I remember going around with Quincy and pastors, and I can't tell none of the pastors' name or nothing. But I
Hello,
remember going around
Renee
with
Jackson. Go
I
ahead.
was going around with pastors with Quincy, and we were talking to pastors, and the pastor was telling us good luck, but they wasn't finna get involved because they didn't want to lose their grant money. And I can't tell you what these pastors was, but Quincy is an honest man. I'm quite sure he'll tell you, yeah, because me and Quincy been cool.
Quincy,
And
honest man.
like the last time I talked to Quincy, I said, Quincy, don't call me to argue. Call me about something we both agree on, and that's try to come in the middle and make things better for the citizens. But don't call me up to talk about what I said on no video about
Hey, I usually have this button reserved for LPZ, right?
you. Yeah.
But tonight, this button right here dedicated to you. Hold on.
Forget you. You better not.
Jesus, go ahead, man. All you fucking want, bro. You think you fuck? You need to fucking quit, stupid fuck.
What that tell LPs I hit you with this button? That's an LPZ button, man. Hey, you was being sarcastic when you said that about Quincy, right?
What? No, man,
When you
him.
said,
I still don't. I listen. I meant what I said when I told Liddell Lewis to stop doing Facebook. I meant that. I meant that from the bottom of my heart because at the end of the day, that's a Flintstone and that's a young black woman that I'm older than. So I meant what I said when I told her to get off Facebook. And if she would have listened to me, she would have been a lot better off than what she is now.
man, Quincy and Liddell too busy tap dancing and shit, man.
Yeah, I meant that.
They cooning, man. Hey, house nigga, all that, man. Come on, man. You can't be fucking serious, man. But
I don't hate Liddell. I don't hate Quincy. I just want him to do better. When Liddell do something that's good, most of the stuff that they say is so great, shit is latch on. This stuff that already been happening. She just share a post or something. It ain't really. A lot of stuff looks better on paper than it is in reality. I'll just leave it like that.
Conquering Lion said what I said. Yeah, man, they would tell you to put the dress on if you want that money. Truth to hell, yeah. They'll tell you to pucker up, put the lipstick on you, and then they'll put a dress on you and tell you to bend over.
And that's what they doing.
That's what they doing. Hell yeah.
And
You know
they reckless, heartless, and overconfident.
they definitely heartless.
Overconfident. You, man, come on, man. Y'all, hey, Pfeiffer woke up. But if y'all notice, Pfeiffer didn't wake up until Candace came on board. Pfeiffer was snoring like an MF until Candace came on board. He was right along with them, giving them that fifth vote to kick air out of them meetings illegally.
I don't know though.
That's the truth. Watch the film.
Pfeiffer didn't really say much, man. As of late, to me, he was just sitting back.
But he was voting against Eric.
To me, he was just sitting back, peeping shit out, trying to figure shit out. It probably took his ass a minute, but he figured it out. That's what I think. I don't know.
No.
Because he been real
no
as of late. I don't know.
No.
You know what I mean?
No, I think the combination of Candace coming on that board to where he didn't have to be the fifth vote anymore, and those receipts against Liddell and Quincy. When he said, "Oh shit," when I looked at those receipts, that's when he started, because you got to think about it. He was their fifth vote up until that came up. He was their fifth vote.
I don't know, man. You know what I mean? Everybody else
It's,
up for dinners, man. That's simple
man,
as
it's
that, bro.
crazy. But like I said, and then you don't know what's going on behind closed doors, to where they be like, F you, Quincy, oh, F you, Pfeiffer, and you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm going with Eric. Okay, go on. You
Like
don't know
Eric,
what's going on behind closed doors.
like Eric said, they be having meetings inside of meetings. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So we don't know. Only reason we figure it out is how they vote. You know what I mean? So
And
they
you got
damn
to
near
pay
vote the
attention to how
same.
they vote, because they talk
They,
good and
they
then
damn
vote
near vote the
totally
same every
opposite what
time
they
though.
say.
But they vote the same way damn near every time. You know what I'm saying? You
Yep.
know, they vote, you know what I'm saying? If they vote 100 times, 99 times they gonna vote the same. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. Um,
Man, we got to get those 1967 vibes. That's all I can say. This 2003 laid back Facebook gangster, all these anonymous posts and all this other stuff, man, that ain't doing nothing
uh,
nowhere. We got to
hey,
get that
Hey, Rich,
1967 vibe.
Conquer Lion said, linebacker Liddell will have you put that dress on and do his thing.
Already said.
But then, Renee
Man,
Jackson said,
we gotta pray for Liddell Lewis though, man. That's a Flint born and raised young lady that need our prayer.
well, you pray for it then.
I'm praying for her. I ain't wishing bad. I'm
That lady
praying that
told me,
I'm
hey,
praying that
Rich,
she can wake up and change her life.
hey, Rich, that lady told me she don't like me. Flat
She
out.
she told me she don't like me. She
Hey,
would. I had to
guess
put a
what I told her?
PPO out against her to make sure
Hey,
she didn't run up on me in public.
guess what I told her, Rich? I said, ditto. The feeling is mutual. You
On
know what
Facebook.
I'm saying?
On Facebook.
Yeah, man. Right on
On
Facebook.
Facebook,
She
Liddell.
told she didn't like
If
me.
you're watching this video, Liddell, you can tell I was not lying. Stay off Facebook. And it's too late now anyway, because you done hung yourself.
Yeah, it's a little bit too late for that.
And I talked to Tanya Burns today. They're not going to stop talking about those nonprofits. It's not going to happen. They're not going to stop. Eric Mays is not going to stop. They're going to tie every conversation about you in to that conversation.
I
And
don't
if
know. Maybe
anybody come across them trying to get information about why you done went off lying, calling, saying Dennis called you a monkey, it's going to lead right back to that. You're not getting away with it. Yeah, she only did this. She knew
Renee
Dennis
Jackson,
didn't call her no monkey.
Renee
She
Jackson
only did this because she didn't want to talk about all this money that she got coming to her.
Renee Jackson say that's what's wrong with us today. We don't stick together. And some people you can't work with, Renee. I mean,
Renee,
you know what I mean?
it's a difference between work together and follow and promote lies and have truth.
Yep, half truth.
It's a
Um,
difference.
hey, what was hey Rich? What was the information? Samuel tomorrow say talk about them phones, them cell phones, man. What's the information you found out about them cell phones? He missed it earlier. We was talking about it.
They just finna find out about, hopefully for Liddell and them sakes. Well, hell, they in trouble with whatever they looking for. But hopefully for Liddell and them sakes, they only got the city of Flint cell phone, and they
Well,
only want an
so
eFoil what was going on between their phone lines through text messages during the city council meeting,
That's what
and
you think
hopefully
though.
wasn't nothing illegal going on.
Yeah, but I could do some conspiracy theory. Think about this though. It's bigger than city council. Think about it, because they want to know who they were corresponding with. You know what I'm saying?
If it go
And
that
I
far,
bet you,
you don't know what evidence they're looking for. If they,
and I bet you,
but you don't know what evidence they're gonna run across while they looking for this.
hey, right,
They
but
might
listen,
they might see something and say, "Hey, that's investigate this."
they want to see if they corresponded with the big head nigga. You know what I'm
All of
talking
that,
about? I ain't gonna say his name, but
all of that.
you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a lot of shit to come up out of this, man.
Like I
Um,
said before, be careful what you ask for. You the one went there and filed that false or made that false Facebook post. Two of them
right.
got them parents embarrassing them parents, them pastors embarrassing themselves standing with you. Her followers are having a hard
Oh,
time making up excuses for following her.
hey, Rich, who made Samuel tomorrow said who made that phone call up to the news station about Dennis? You know?
No, I have no info on that.
He said who
I'll
made
pray
the
for
phone
Dennis Pfeiffer
call?
and his family too.
Yeah, yeah, praying for Dennis, man. Because all jokes aside, man, when they go to death threats and all that shit ain't cool, man. I ain't. That's a different animal, man. But
Never been with it.
you heard what Dennis said though. Come on to my doorstep, and all I can tell
Bad
Dennis,
move. I
pull up.
still say that.
All I
You
can tell
still
him,
call me
look,
soft and all that. I still say that was a bad move.
no, it
You
ain't.
don't invite no total stranger to your house.
Pull him through
No.
the door, Dennis. Pull him through the door, Dennis. Make sure you pull him through the door, through the
Man, yeah,
threshold.
yeah, man. I'm glad,
Let
man. I'm
their ass
glad
have it.
I'm glad I'm me. I'm glad I'm me, not yesterday me. Because I'll be trying to find out where that dude live up, and I'll be trying to sneak up on him before he sneak up on me. I would be in his city before he was in mine. But I'm glad like it ain't like that. I'm not challenging anybody like that. I'm trying to stay away from those kind of conversations. Um the setup is real. I mean, you got to look at what Eva Worthy did to Miss Beverly grandson. People got to be careful. You got to look at how Eva keep making Tanya embarrass herself by putting her fingers all in her face and arguing on camera. That's
What
embarrassing.
what what she do? What she do to her grandson?
She got up and walked to the back where he was and started hollering some kind of shit for Metcalf to come back there like her grandson was really doing. Then he, dumb and hot headed, had some smart stuff to say.
How old is
Listen,
he?
young
How
man,
old is he? How old is he?
he in his young early 20s or late
Oh,
20s.
oh, so basically she was playing the victim like
She was, man,
a
she
black
thought
man fucking
she
with a white
seen,
lady
listen,
type
she
shit.
seen him get up and walk out the city council chambers. And she got up and walked out the city council chambers and started hollering when they came face to face and got that young man threw out of our city council because
Oh, she did that shit on purpose.
he was dumb enough to fall into her trap. Liddell
Nah,
and them play, they do basketball moves. They hit you with an elbow when the ref ain't looking, and then when you punch them, the referee giving you a tech. They do stuff like that all the time. That's why I said stay away from me in public. I was real when I said that. Well, T Money, man, I ain't trying to be funny, but it's cold. I know I done played it off like it's 80 degrees outside, but it's really not. And I still gotta stay outside till Miss Beverly get here.
all right, man. Um, I don't know, man. It's crazy, man. You know I'm gonna tell everybody. Start falling for the banana in the tailpipe, smoking mirrors, bullshit. The hood gotta save the hood, man. Um, I don't know, man. It's just fucked up, man. Um,
Rich Jones is on the warpath, y'all. And I ain't taking no prisoners. I don't care. The people have been misled too long. I done sat back, I done seen, I done got phone calls from people that trying to twist my mind and all that stuff. I'm good. I'm rolling. I'm happy. I'm reaching out to new friends. I'm just gonna make it straight. I'm not trying to. If we ain't done nothing, y'all ain't follow me. I mean, Terrence, you don't know this, bro. And I'm bragging again, y'all. So what? You know, I put on a who's on my ballot when we had one of the most confusing ballots in the history of Flint. And it's a website that you can go to and find out where you registered to vote at and what poll you go, where your polling site. It said all of that. You know, when people was having events that they wouldn't even announce it. I'm talking about at the Juneteenth event. They wouldn't even announce that was going on. I was like, well, damn, man, you can't get on the mic and just tell the people that they can go there and find out about voting. We walking around here talking about black votes matter, but we ain't really trying to make the black people vote. And a lot of, man, like real talk. A lot of people.
I told you that's the plan, man. That's why I said I'm gonna say this, then we'll get off here. That's why, no disrespect to Dr. Weaver, she'll never be Neely, because Neely is to cater to the white people, and that's who vote, man. Shit, man, we out this bitch, Rich Jones, man. Till tomorrow, man.
Hey, peace out. Yeah, man, we got to get together, and I gotta call Miss Anthony and Miss Robinson, because you know Miss Robinson them got that event coming up on Saturday, so we got to give them some shine. You know, we took their time up today. We were supposed to do that. It ain't just you at 7, but we did. I don't know what this called. Get it off your chest. Rich Jones speak. Terrence going to Wild Path. I don't know who Jon Snow is active. I don't know what it is, baby, but I know this. We threw down, bro.
All right, man. We out this bitch, man. Hey, the hood gotta say the hood. Peace.
Amen.
Ray, you gone crazy.
You are now tapped in with the most realist and controversial show on the net. Flint After Dark Podcast. We speak for the streets. We speak for the streets.
Yeah.
You are now tapped in with the most realist and controversial show on the net. Flint After Dark Podcast. We speak for the streets. We speak for the streets.
Yeah. You're now rocking with Terrence Sale on Flint's #1 online podcast, Flint After Dark. We speak for the streets.
It's your boy, Terrence Sales, a.k.a. Mr. Speak for the Streets, a.k.a. Big T, and you locked in to the #1 podcast in Flint, Michigan, Flint After Dark. We speak for the streets. With my co-host, L. Peasy. We the new dynamic duo. We speak for the street. Peace.
Yeah. Thinking to myself like, what the fuck is going on? Asking God for help, like what the fuck I'm doing wrong. He ain't giving me no answers, I figured it out myself. Got tired of asking questions, I'm tired of looking for help. Man, I can't win for losing, I'm steady taking these losses. Had to bury greed and chinks, same week, 2 different coffins. Man, that shit'll traumatize you when it ain't trying to. Everybody shedding tears, you trying not to cry too. They say they feel my pain, but they don't know how much I'm hurting. Mama told me pray, it usually help, but